It's amazing today how three little letters can help change the face of professional wrestling. Back then we've had ECW, nowadays we have TNA, but there's one three-letter sort of thingy going on right now that everybody's talking about, everybody loves, and there's little to no complaints about it. I'm talking about NXT. NXT has been on fire for a while. So many great superstars from there have been jumping up to the ranks, like with Neville, with Kevin Owens, all these great stars. So today we're going to talk about the state of NXT and what it has in store for us with the July 4th Supercard that they have going on. Greetings everybody, I am your cult personality, Toon Critic Y2K, and today I have here with me
Nikki V and
Silverstone Calendar replacing DJ Calcos this time.
Yeah, Calcos unfortunately is at some fancy pants convention, so he brought in a stunt double.
Yep.
Say hello to Calcos Dow.
Calcos,
Yeah.
who is going to get more over than Calcos to the point where people are like, who's Calcos again? Yeah, this is Silverstone. Yeah, welcome aboard to the Haymakers.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Calcos told us that you are the NXT guy. You know quite a lot about this.
Yes, I watch a ton of NXT, even more so than Raw, because I feel like this show literally is the place to be. The stars are amazing, the matches are top-notch, and day after day, like, I see myself, like, just, like, pushing for these stars. Like, these guys are definitely the future. Like, you guys just, like, watch them now. They're awesome.
Yeah.
They're the future.
NXT, if I recall, started off as like this little reality-based competition to pick out, who would be the next superstar. And I believe it's what started the Nexus and how we got stars like Wade Barrett and Daniel Bryan and Ryback.
Right.
All these other people. But now it's used as its own little show. It's used as the training ground, developmental, level 2, as opposed to like level 1, which is like the performance center.
Right.
Yeah, like originally it's what replaced ECW. Like basically when they killed off WWE ECW, they replaced it with NXT. And I mentioned this a couple times before, but when it was in its original form, like in its basically elimination-based reality show kind of thing,
Right.
I really didn't pay it any mind because, like, I'm not the hugest fan of those. Like, they've got it coming back again with that sort of format coming back again with Tough Enough, and I'm kind of paying attention to that. But, like, the only part of it I really cared about was the fact that Daniel Bryan was in there, and I heard about him coming up in in wrestling magazines and Ring of Honor and all that.
Right.
And when he got eliminated, was the first one eliminated, I was just like, bye.
For me, I actually watched the show a lot when it was like being broadcast on Sci-Fi at the time, because I felt it was a really like interesting concept at the time. So like new stars that you don't really know about, like seeing how they come up through the ranks. Like I didn't really know much about Daniel Bryan then, but then I kind of like got to like know the guy. It was really cool. Like I really enjoyed like what it was then, even though I only watched the first 3 seasons. Like after when it went to like Redemption, I kind of like fell off of there. So it was all right, but like not very good.
Yeah, after, like, what was it, Johnny Curtis won, I'm just like, I don't really care.
And Caval, like low-key, like when he won.
Caval went nowhere. Like,
God,
I think he
felt
had
so bad.
one match for the Intercontinental title one time, and then
Yeah.
he fucked right back off to TNA.
You
That
knew that WWE didn't care about Caval when they fucking stuck Michelle McCool and Layla as its mentors. They didn't give a fuck.
That was dumb. I still feel bad that the title shot was like what he won besides the contract. Really, really, really like waste of time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what do we think about NXT now? How about we start with Nikki?
The hype-ish shit. It is, like, it is, alongside Lucha Underground, my favorite part of my wrestling week. NXT is basically a symbol of what the WWE could be if the people in charge of the WWE weren't batshit insane. Like, if Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn weren't a part of the WWE, this is what we could be expecting.
I would love to see this over most of like the roster now. There's a lot of hungry, very dedicated, very passionate guys there, and you can see it.
Right, guys and girls, I should say, really.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The women's division there is fantastic.
Yeah, like the women's division in NXT is the best women's-based wrestling, with the possible exception of Shimmer, which is basically exclusively female wrestling. So They kind of have to be good at it. But like these guys, like the women of NXT, and it's not just like 2 or 3 of them that kick ass. There's like 7 or 8 solid divas, or I shouldn't even call them divas. They are 7 or 8 legitimately great female wrestlers in NXT, and it would give me hope for the future if Total Divas weren't a thing.
Oh, Nikki, you're so silly. They don't let the women in WWE wrestle. They put them on just like this little beautiful Total Divas thing. They're reality stars. They don't do wrestling.
Yeah, what would possibly give me the idea that wrestlers would do wrestling? That's insanity. Why would I even come to that conclusion?
It's not like the term wrestling is in the fucking title of its own fucking promotion. Those 3 little letters, G, I wonder what the middle WW is for. Wanking? Fuck.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Was that it, or?
Well, we went off on a little bit of a rant there, but I'm okay with that.
All right. God, what do I call you? Sly, Silver. What do I call you? I forget.
Silver is good, actually. That's like fantastic.
It's no use. Sorry.
It's good. I'm used to it. So NXT for me, I found it really. Well, again, like I told you guys, I watched the old stuff before it became what it is now, the new hotness. I actually
old and busted, new hotness.
Right. When I found NXT for the first time, I think it was during the time everyone was saying, I think it was during the second takeover. The first takeover actually, when Sami Zayn was facing Cesaro, and also when I think Neville was the champion then, if I remember correctly.
I think he won the championship at the first takeover.
Right,
Yeah.
right. He beat Bo Dallas, right?
Yeah, ladder match.
Right. I actually saw the special with a friend because he got the network on his PS4, and he was like telling me like so many things about it. Like it was like really awesome. The wrestlers did pretty good. Like Tyler Breeze was like really hilarious for some reason. And I didn't get the network until like later that year, and then I started like binging on like NXT just like over and over and over, and I felt like this really is a good show that I could like see myself like watching throughout the week. Like when for Raw, like it's like 3 hours now, but like I feel like there's like so much filler and just like not enough wrestling in a way, but also the stories that they tell are just like okay, they're okay at best. But like with NXT, like I was like so invested in the Sami Zayn Road to Redemption storyline. That was like fantastic when Sami won the title at NXT TakeOver Evolution, and then when Kevin Owens debuted and powerbombed him on the apron, that was fantastic stuff. But like also like what I see like every episode, like when new stars come in, like I see like like determination, like willpower. It really is like a chance to like see again the future, and I am excited to see what these new upstarts can do, because like I'm a fan of like all the great superstars that are like currently wrestling, but like the new stars like really are like where it's at, definitely.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. With my thoughts on NXT, I never really watched it. I feel bad because I glossed over most of it when it was starting off, but I think I finally started watching around, what was the special in December?
TakeOver Our Evolution?
Yeah, I think that's when I started watching it, because I had the network and they were promoting the hell out of NXT, and I just thought, why not? I'll give it a watch. And then I think it was also around that time I was thinking of branching away from watching just WWE stuff, because that's all I usually watched. I just thought that Raw was like my wrestling world. But now I have like Lucha Underground as the side chick, I guess you could say. I'm cheating on my main love with like this new wrestling thing, and then I got like NXT is like, you know, friends with benefits thing going on. But yeah, NXT is really fun to watch. There's not a lot of story to it. It's about an hour's worth, but they put in some really good wrestling in that, and that's what I'm really liking to see. Like, it doesn't have the story spectacles as WWE or Lucha Underground, but I don't think it needs that. I think NXT should focus on what it does best. It's hiding the negatives that it has in like the smaller sets and smaller landscape, but it's accentuating the positives with its wrestling. And there's a really great wrestlers on here that I have to say. I guess that brings me to part 2 of this. Who are you guys' favorite wrestlers in NXT?
Oh my god. How do I even begin? Like, I like all of them, like, really. Like, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Enzo Amore, and Colin Cassidy. Those guys are charisma personified. Man, Samoa Joe is, like, pretty cool now. Like, you know, he's been there for, like, what, 3 weeks? He's cool. The Divas, Bayley, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, Charlotte is good. I like her in a way. But, like, you know, she's, like, doing the Flair thing mostly, but I'm such a super big mark for, like, Becky Lynch since, the last TakeOver special on Stop.
Dude, Becky Lynch is officially my new wrestling waifu. Like, I love you, Becky.
She's such a dreamboat. But like, my favorite star is definitely, I'd say like Sami Zayn really brought me into it. And then when I found out about Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy, like I watched like all their matches, even though their matches are okay, but like it's just like their promo skills and the charisma. Like, man, they're like top of the chain, man.
Yeah, like easily their best match, Enzo and Cass, was their match at the last TakeOver against the Dubstep Cowboys.
Blake and Murphy.
Is that what we're calling them?
Yeah,
I see that term getting floated around, and I like it better than
just Blake
any. Yeah, just. Although I think they're trying to make BAMF a thing. Like,
really?
Yeah, it's Blake, Alexa, and Murphy Factor. Which is,
it seems okay, but like it doesn't really ring like well for me. I don't know.
Well, BAMF is supposed to mean like badass motherfucker, but
yeah, can't really say that in a PG show, so.
Right.
Yeah, so
awesome.
Dubstep Cowboys.
Right.
Can I just say about Sami Zayn, I think we brought this up before, can we just say that Sami Zayn has like the happiest anime fucking theme song ever?
Oh my god.
That song is my ringtone, and I am not ashamed of it one bit when it like blasts like at like 6 in the morning. Like, it's just like good times, and it's so happy.
I've often said that anything can be done if Sami Zayn's music is playing in the background.
I believe you, man. Like that theme just like turned my day around like instantly.
Yeah, it's just so damn happy, and I'm looking at Sam, he's just like, yeah!
Like, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Good day, happiness.
Let's see. For me, my favorite NXT stars, well, I started watching, like I said, around the Our Evolution thing. So, right off the bat, Enzo and Cass were my favorite, because I'm looking at these two, I'm like, these guys are going to do really well if they bring them up. Let's see. I think I saw a bit of Hideo Itami. I thought he did really good.
He's good.
Trying to think. Who else did I see? Finn Balor is so impressive. Like, the entrance alone that he did, I was like, okay, I don't care if you can't wrestle, do that again.
He's good.
Yeah, it turns out he can.
Yeah.
He can wrestle, like, dude can wrestle a storm. And one thing I love about Finn is just, like, his character, like, seems, like, really interesting. Like, the Balor demon, that really is something else.
Yeah, he has a good character. That's what I like. He has such a great character behind him, like the whole demons and marbles and geekiness and Lego stuff. Yeah, they had something on I think the current episode of NXT.
I actually binged the last 4 episodes before recording this, so I'm not up to date on this stuff. So
you're all caught up.
The 3-part like Finn Balor like documentary-ish. Well, really cool. Like, I'm like, man, Finn has really come a long way, and he's really cool. He's like a geek like us in a way, but like he's fucking strong and he's like ripped, and I'm like, I have like my boy crush on him in a way.
Yeah, this should tell you how behind Finn Balor these guys are, because if like they're making 3-part documentary specials on this guy, like that's like Roman Reigns level treatment. Like,
yeah. Usually
must-
when they start hyping up somebody for like, okay, here's what I've noticed, but when they start hyping up somebody, like they're showing like a documentary on him that he's going to do great, that he's like, he's this really cool person, and then they have a title match coming up, 90% of the time, the guy that's getting all that promo work and all that build-up is usually the one that's going to win.
Yeah.
Well, then again, they did the same for Becky Lynch, and she lost, sadly. But
yeah,
she's in that 10%, so...
she got her fucking self over like that night. That was the big thing from her that night.
Yeah.
I really like Tyler Breeze as well.
He's good.
He's all right. He works as a pretty good like near the top of the card villain for them, because he's just such a great douchebag. For coming up on the roster, like I could see him working as like maybe I don't know if he'd be the best for a tag team, because he's constantly going to think he's better than the other guy in the tag team, but maybe as like a middle of the road like Intercontinental title guy, like maybe somebody, I don't know, like the same level as Cesaro or so.
I've always pitched like for some reason, like this is not my dream match or anything, but like if like Cody Rhodes still had this dashing gimmick, like pair him up with like Tyler Breeze, and that'd be like, that'd be really cool. I'd find like a way to just like love that, because like dashing Cody Rhodes with his mirror, Tyler Breeze with his smartphone selfies and everything, that is really cool.
I'd have to say for the divas, I can't even call them divas, the ladies on NXT, let's call it that. Bayley is really cool. Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Dana Brooke is very skilled. Sasha Banks is impressive too. Like I saw her match against Becky Lynch, and she did amazing, I thought. Like I watched that match, and I'm just like, okay, I'm sold. The ladies here know what they're doing. But I think what they're trying to do right now, they're trying to bring Eva Marie into this.
Here's the thing: like I've seen her workout with the Brian Kendrick, and I feel like she has a fair shot in a way. I mean, she was bad before. I mean, like horrendously bad before, but I'll give her a chance, because like for me, for NXT, I would like to see what people can do before I start bashing them. For like me, right now I don't like Dana Brooke that much, but like I guess she'll continually like prove herself as like a good heel in a way.
Yeah, and on top of it, this is like, as much as we talk about how NXT is like the better than the main show, this is still technically the developmental league. Like this is probably the best place for Eva Marie to be if she's going to be in the WWE system. So if she's going to be there, she might as well like be in the training mode of the WWE, I suppose would be a good way to put it.
Yeah. So what are your favorites, Nikki?
My favorite wrestlers, Enzo and Cass, without a doubt. Like originally I was just super high on their like promos and charisma, but their match against Blake and Murphy that was game changing. Like they've got. Originally, I thought that Enzo's ceiling was like Road Dogg.
Right.
Now his ceiling is like WCW era Diamond Dallas Page. I'm not even kidding.
Wow.
Like he could go.
Bada boom, realest guys in the room. How you doing?
I'd also just say that Colin Cassidy is a convincing big guy. Like he's the whole 7 foot tall thing. Like looking at how big he is compared to Enzo, just thinking this guy, put him up against the Big Show. I think this ought to be a good match.
You can't teach that.
Exactly. I'm so sold on their promos.
I actually looked it up. He is actually 6'10".
Oh,
and
close enough.
But at that height, like if you're over 6'9", you can say you're 7 foot tall. That's the rule. But yeah, like he looks like he's got some of the best skills of a guy over 6'9" I have ever seen. Like he's big, but he can also move effortlessly. It doesn't look like it hurts. It doesn't look like he's in pain by moving.
Right.
Because that's the case with a lot of big guys. So,
like you can just look at Kane. He's just like, oh god, I don't want to go off the top rope again. Please no.
Or the Great Khali with his knobby knees.
Oh.
We don't talk about that.
Is Great Khali even wrestling anymore?
I don't need.
I think he's
gone.
wrestling in India. Like he was actually on the Jericho's podcast a couple
Oh,
days ago.
Oh,
He speaks English.
Yeah, it's a little hard to understand it, but you can kind of
Grasp it.
tell what he was saying. But yeah, apparently I think he's still wrestling in India.
I think maybe I can open a school there. I guess he's like a big hero to the Indian people.
Step number 1, chopping the head.
hard to believe that Great Khali was World Heavyweight Champion at one point.
Oh God.
You got to remember, like SmackDown was like decimated with injuries at that point. Like they were running out of options.
I remember his initial debut, like when he was like beating the Undertaker's ass like every week for some reason. I was like, who the hell is this guy?
Dude, the Great Khali has a clean victory over both the Undertaker and John Cena.
Yeah.
Think about that for a second.
Oh my God.
Taker and Cena, both clean.
Yeah. I don't know how to feel about that.
That is insanity.
Right.
Any others?
Oh, yeah. Love Enzo, love Becky. Big fan of Finn. Of course I love Sammy.
Who doesn't?
Oh, yeah. Like, that guy could basically be, like, the top babyface of the company for the next 5 years. Like, he's John Cena with indie cred. Like...
Let's go, Sammy. Sammy sucks.
No,
No.
Sammy sucks.
Sammy rocks.
Yes. Okay, who else? I like the Vaudevillains.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Vaudevillains. They have a really interesting gimmick behind them.
Yeah, they're like ripped out of the 1910s or something.
We should have like a time travel tag battle or something. Have like the Vaudevillains versus Deuce and Domino.
Oh,
God.
that'd be great.
We're like, oh God, it's like the 1900s versus like the 60s. Fuck. I'm probably horribly off, but whatever.
Not
Yeah,
as much
good.
as you'd think.
50s. Yeah.
But yeah, if they ever have another old school Raw, they need to have that match. The Vaudevillains versus Deuce and Domino. That'd be awesome.
Like, what is this, 1973?
I don't know. I don't even.
And then they should just have the match entirely in black and white.
Oh, that'd be great.
I kind of like where they're going with Bull Dempsey's gimmick.
All right.
Yeah, like basically that he needs to get his act together and that he's like, if he doesn't, he'll like be out of a job or something like that. And I think that could end up leading to, like, say in a few months, like he disappears for a little while and then comes back like 40 pounds lighter and great shape and just gets a pretty good push from that. That would be like really cool if they can somehow make that happen.
Yeah, if all goes to plan, we can have the next Brodus Clay.
No, he'll be in better shape at that point. Like he'll be down to like 260 at that point, so he'll be in way better shape.
No more funk, please.
All of a sudden he comes back, he's like, oh shit, it's the Funkadactyl 2.0. No, not Funkadactyl, Funkasaurus. Wow.
Yeah,
I can't
Funkadactyl is
dino.
Naomi and Cameron.
Or 10
But
Lord knows he could probably wrestle better than one of them. Hey.
well, probably both. Let's not even joke anymore.
Okay,
Like-
fine.
Like I was at one point behind Naomi. No.
behind.
Ta. I see what you did there. You made a butt joke.
Bull Dempsey's cool. Like, honestly, I like his theme song, but like,
Yeah.
the wrestler himself is just like, yeah, he'll get himself over eventually.
like he's got a cool song.
Bull.
Yeah, his gimmick is kind of interesting. He's got a really good logo. Like, nobody mentions that, but I love Bull Dempsey's logo.
Ah.
Yeah, I know it's a weird thing to bring up, but, like, they showed his logo on his singlet one time, and I was like, that's a solid logo.
He kind of reminds me a little bit of, God, what's his name? Earthquake, I think?
Oh.
It's been forever since I saw Earthquake. Thank you. I might need to go back and, like, find some reference videos to agree with you on that one or not, but yeah. But, alright, so we talked about who our favorites are. What else should we talk about today?
I guess what we could really talk about is the Supercard that the WWE Network has going on. July 4th, over in Tokyo. Beast from the East, or is it Beast in the East? I don't remember. Either one of those. On the WWE Network, which you can get for $9.99. Thank fucking God they stopped promoting the fuck out of that. I swear, if I go somewhere and I see $9.99, I'm going to have a spastic fit and I'm going to throw somebody out through a fucking window.
Yeah, they've definitely gotten a lot less heavy-handed about that. Now maybe if they just advertise on, I don't know, another channel besides the network or USA during WWE shows.
They'll get there eventually.
I mean, you can't really advertise the WWE Network when you're on the WWE Network. You know, it's like that's really terrible.
They've tried. They have tried.
It's terrible self-promotion.
Like, we got your money anyway, so.
Yeah, what do we got in that card? We have Brock Lesnar versus Kofi Kingston. Okay, dream match of the century here.
Well, this is going to be Brock's first match since he came back. So this is basically a tune-up for Seth Rollins at Battleground.
You got.
Although, I can't wait to see what the New Day's intro is going to be in Tokyo.
You got Kevin Owens defending the NXT title against Finn Balor.
Balor's taking it. Like, it's the perfect time for Balor to take the title. Like, he made his name in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Owens he is legitimately a main roster guy now. Like, it's not even a question at this point anymore. He is on the main roster. He's already made his call up.
Right.
Yeah, Kevin could be like, fuck it, I lost the NXT title. Oh, hey, United States Championship. Why, thank you.
Exactly.
I think that's actually what they're going for, and at Battleground, Kevin Owens will take the United States title.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. And besides that, right now, the NXT roster is a little bit depleted. Like, there's a lot of injuries at the top. Zayn's hurt. Hideo's hurt. At this point, the only face at the top of the roster is Finn Balor. And you got all these other heels. So you might as well give the title to the face so that he can feud with all the heels.
Right.
Makes sense. Balor is best for business.
Exactly.
You got Chris Jericho versus Neville. Now that's going to be an interesting match.
Yes. Call me hyped for that.
You also have Cena and Dolph Ziggler versus Kane and King Barrett. Odd choice, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barrett's been like really weird since he became king. Like, I miss Bad News.
You know what? I've said this before about Miz, and I'll say this about King Barrett. Okay, so I called Miz a D-list superstar for direct-to-DVD. I'm calling Barrett King of the Jobbers.
Although I did see a T-shirt that the WWE shop was putting out that basically had King of Bad News on it.
Go back to Bad News, please. I'm sorry, but you got nothing with King.
Or hell, just combine the two. Make him the King of Bad News and have him like royally declare, by order of King Barrett, I have some bad news for you.
Something like that, yeah.
Like, they can make this work.
You got Nikki Bella. You got Nikki Bella defending her Divas title against Naomi and Paige. Meh.
Yeah.
You know, I keep saying Charlotte's going to be the one who pops up onto the main roster. You know who else would be a really good choice?
Ooh.
Becky Lynch.
Of course.
Because, like, back when, this is about to get really obscure, but back when they were both in Shimmer, like, they tag teamed together.
Really?
Yeah. They were, so they've got this, and they were apparently a really popular tag team over there, and they got super over. So maybe they could, like, reignite, or bring the band back together. And plus, like, they're both similar wrestlers. They're both, like, punk rock girls who have submission finishers, kind of like anti-divas.
Alright.
I could see that.
That'd be cool.
You have the Lucha Dragons versus the New Day.
Lucha. They're good. I like him.
And then you have, are you guys ready for this? Because I guarantee you this is going to be the match of the night. The match everybody's going to be talking about from the pay-per-view. Cesaro versus Diego from Los Matadores.
Okay, we talk shit, but Cesaro can put on a match with goddamn anybody.
Yes.
All right.
Like, didn't he once make Titus O'Neil look like an actual wrestler?
He did.
He did.
Yeah. He could find something to do with Diego, I promise you. Like, originally this was supposed to be a tag team match between K-Swiss and Cesaro, and the Matadors, but Kid is going to be out for like a year now.
Man.
And
That hurts.
everyone's getting injured these days.
I know, right? Like,
Sucks.
mostly in the tag team division, it seems like.
Yeah.
Because, like, what's-his-face, Uso is hurt, Kid's
Jay.
hurt. Yeah, Jay. Okay,
Jay.
we'll go with that.
I hear Rowan is Rowan is hurt now too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rowan.
You know what they should do with that, though?
But
Make Harper and Cesaro a tag team.
For real?
no,
For
no,
real!
no.
Like,
He's legit because sorry. I saw one of their matches like where they face against each other and they looked like $1 million. Like,
yeah,
really.
they had that famous cage match in Chikara.
Right.
Then I'm whipping out all of the obscure wrestling promotions today.
Shit.
Wow.
I barely know of any of these. My wrestling bubble is pretty small.
Next thing you know, I'm going to be, like, whipping out, like, Pro Wrestling Gorilla and CZW and shit. Like, what the fuck, even?
At least I know these promotions by name. I just haven't watched either of them.
Yeah.
Or I saw them in Botchamania.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But, yeah, like, basically, back then, Brody Lee, a.k.a. Luke Harper, and Claudio Castagnoli, a.k.a. Cesaro, had, like, one of the most famous matches in Chikara, and it was, like, their first ever cage match, and it was, like, I watched that, and it was fucking great. And I'm a huge fan of both of these guys, so if they were to tag team together and, like, just make lemons out of lemonade, or lemonade out of lemons, then that would be fucking great. But as for this match, like, yeah, Cesaro and Diego. Yeah. Could be good.
Now we got into the last part. Now this is just a fun little bonus question, and I thought this would be, fun for us to work with. So, here's the thing. You have the power right now to book a match between any current NXT star and any WWE superstar you want. Could be current, past, whatever. But say you want to book this on a pay-per-view. Who would you pick from NXT and who would you pick from WWE for this little dream match sort of thing?
I would go with Cesaro versus Finn Balor.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That would be like a technical wrestler's wet dream. Like, that's the kind of match, or better yet, make it a triple threat and make it Daniel Bryan's final match. Triple
Really?
threat, Daniel Bryan, Cesaro, Finn Balor. Book it. I love it.
All right.
Me, I kind of I bounced between two. One was like Becky Lynch versus Lita. I
Ooh.
felt like their personalities are like similar in a way, but like I feel like their approach to it are like very, very different. But like I feel like they can really create some magic in the ring. And the other one I had in my mind was the New Age Outlaws versus Enzo and Cass.
Ooh.
That would be a good one.
That'd be great.
Although, that match would be great because there would be 10 minutes of promos before the match starts.
It'd be worth it anyway.
And I would be okay with that.
They interrupt each other or some shit.
It's like a talking match. Jeez.
And if you're not done with that, we got 2 words for you.
Suck it.
I have 2 as well, and I think Nikki might like the second one. The first one I have is Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho.
Ooh.
Just the build-up for it, the promos between these two is what's, I think, going to sell it most. The match that these two are going to have is also going to be great. And I think, given how Jericho is now, Kevin Owens will probably get the win. My second pick, though, Sami Zayn versus Rob Van Dam.
Oh!
That would be really cool to see, I think. Like, you have Sami Zayn, who is very skilled high flyer, and you have RVD, who's a very skilled high flyer. Put these two up against each other, you're going to have people fucking flying all over the place, and it's going to be great.
By the way, Silver, in case you didn't know, I am a huge RVD mark.
I'm aware.
Oh my god, that would be the flippiest and the greatest. Just actually, we sort of saw a little kind of something like that because I remember seeing a match a while back when Adrian Neville went up against RVD.
What?
Alright.
Wait. When did Adrian Neville go up against RVD?
RVD actually went down to NXT for
NXT.
like one night and fought Adrian Neville back when he was the
What?
champion.
Yep, this happened.
I need to see this.
You do need to see this. It's a great match.
Mm.
There was one other thing I was going to put, but I changed my initial first choice because I thought it'd be too obvious. But I know I put Owens versus Jericho. My first pick before that was going to be Owens versus CM Punk.
Match.
But of fucking course, now if you don't know me, I'm a huge CM Punk mark, so...
Of course, you're the cult of personality.
Exactly. I would fucking love to see CM Punk or Chris Jericho go up against Owens. Hell, you know what? Fuck it, make it a triple threat. Just for shits and giggles. Let's make it a triple threat. Extreme rules, no DQ, no disqualification, Chicago, fuck it. Let's just have them wrestle. You know what? I think with all the matches we have here, we have like a pretty decent pay-per-view card.
You do.
Oh, okay, so let's see here. We've got Becky Lynch versus Lita. We've got New Age Outlaws versus Enzo and Cass. Rob Van Dam, Rob Van Dam versus Sami Zayn. Jericho, Owens, and Punk. And Cesaro versus Finn Balor versus Daniel Bryan. Hot diggity.
Yep, there's your next network special right there. Fucking NXT Dream...
NXT Invasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
NXT Dream Invasion. There we go.
Where's our check?
Shit, this'll please the internet so much, I'm sure.
God, you don't even know. Like, holy shit. Like, this is the kind of thing that if you book it in, like, WWE 2K whatever, like, if a good version of that game existed, like, that would be a 5-star fucking pay-per-view. Like, every match, just boom, 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 winner, winner, winner.
Yeah. People probably wouldn't even care who won. They'd only care, I think, about, like, how they'd wrestle each other.
Right.
Yeah, especially considering that, like, all of these matches, weirdly, well, we never really specified, but none of these matches are really going to be for a title, so it's just, like,
Does it need to be for a title?
Nah, just put on 5 great matches. Couple tag teams, couple, like a Divas match, couple triple threats. Shit, yeah.
There we go.
I love it, Moggle.
Good show.
Yeah, I think that takes care of this little NXT thing. This went over very well. See, we don't need Calcos to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need Calcos. We did just fine on our own. You're the new Calcos, man. You're the new Haymaker. Let's roll with you.
Yeah.
All right. You might have to run the Patreon page and also like learn how to edit videos and upload stuff to the channel and
I can kind of do that. I've done editing before, but like Calcos editing is like a different league.
You're our new Barry. Just get on it. We'll pay you in peanuts.
I don't like peanuts.
put that in, Silver.
But yeah, once again, though, thank you, everybody, for joining us. Like, comment, subscribe, donate to us if you wish. We're not money-grubbing whores, even though we portray ourselves as that. Don't worry.
We're kind of money-grubbing whores.
Just a little bit, but... But yeah, do all that
You won't
stuff.
believe what I'll do for $5. Too much?
No, I'm kind of curious what you're gonna do for $5 now.
Good night, everybody.